The Uganda Martyrs are a group of 23 Anglican and 22 Catholic converts to Christianity in the historical kingdom of Buganda, now part of Uganda, who were executed between November 1885 and January 1887 for their refusal to denounce their faith. Historical experts also indicate that among the executed were Muslims. Their deaths took place at a time when there was a three-way religious struggle for political influence at the Buganda Royal Court. The Catholic Church beatified the martyrs of its faith in 1920 and canonized them as saints in 1964. In a bid to promote religious pilgrimage and tourism, Uganda Tourism Board developed the Uganda Martyrs Trail. This is a journey that traces the path to martyrdom of the Uganda Martyrs.
We are making Uganda Martyrs a significant product. We have over 25 sites, and we are suggesting that for you to have a complete pilgrimage, you must walk and visit all the sites that were where the martyrs took place. The second most interesting thing about this is that all three major religions were part of this martyrdom.
This journey starts from Chigungu in Entebbe, where the first Catholic missionaries, Father Laudel and Brother Ammons, first landed. The arrival of the missionaries had started in 1875, when Kabaka Mutesa I, under imminent threat from an Arab invasion from the north, invited the Europeans to come and protect him. In Munyonyo, this is the site of the palace of Kabaka Mwanga, where he passed the death sentence to the converts. It was this decision that heralded the harrowing and deeply inspiring narrative of the Ugandan martyrs. It was there that the first blood of this savage and prolonged purge of Christ's faithful. It is also here that St. Andrew Kagwa was killed on the 26th of May, 1886. Also, St. Denis Sebugwa was killed here on the 25th of May, 1886. Posiano Ngondwe also died near Munyonyo while being taken to Namugongo with fellow prisoners on the 26th of May, 1886. These are the monuments of Musa Andrew Kagwa and Denis Sebugwao.
When time came for them to be brought to Namugongo to be martyred, to be burnt alive to death, it's reported that Kizito waved to Mapera, who was outside and by whom they passed. Kizito waved at him saying, "Bye bye, Mapera. We are going to heaven. I am going to heaven."
St. Matthias Mulumba died here at Old Kampala in the most brutal way between 17th and 30th of May 1886. A monument and church was constructed here in his memory. The first Christian convert to be killed was St. Mukasabali Kudembe on 15th of November 1885 in Nakivubo, Kampala. St. Gonzaga Gonza failed to make it to Namugongo. He died here at Kamuli on the 27th of May 1886, and a monument was built in his memory. John Mary Muzei was killed here in Chisenyi in Kampala on the 21st of January 1887 near the site where St. Bali Kudembe and Athanasius Vazeketa were killed on the 15th of November 1885 and the 27th of May 1886 respectively. The first Protestant martyrs, Makakumba, Yusuf Lugalama, and Noah Serwaji, found their death here at Pusega on the 31st of January 1885.
When Mackay came and was trying to spread the gospel, was trying to spread Christianity, he requested for escorts. And the king had opted to give him specific escorts, but he, Mackay, preferred to move with just these little boys. So this angered the king because it was kind of like rebellious, because when Mackay requested to go with these boys, they did not refuse. They simply preferred to move, to go with the option of Mackay other than that of the king. So it seemed like it was rebellious. So they were followed up, and on reaching this spot, Mpima Erebera, they were actually killed by dismembering, and later their body parts burnt to ashes.
Muslims also had their own executed. But this was during the reign of Kabaka Mutesa, during the 1880s and 1890s. At Natete, this is the mosque where 85 Muslims were executed.
Some chiefs went through circumcision, but they were supposed to get permission from who? Mutesa I. This one annoyed him because he knew that after going through circumcision, and they healed very well without any problem, because others thought that when you circumcise, you would die. So those few chiefs, when they circumcised and they got healed very well, of course, this would influence so many others to do what? So the first 27 of them, Mutesa ordered for their death.
This is a man-made lake built under the instruction of Kabaka Mwanga. It was also here that Senkole, the assistant executioner, singled out Kizito and Ranga and handed them to Namugongo for execution. At Nalukolongo, this is where the White Fathers settled on their return from exile on the 12th of July 1885. It was also here that the martyrs used to come for instructions from Munyonyo every day. Alexander Mackay of the Anglican faith used this cave as a place where he educated the Baganda chiefs and preached from here the word of God. This is the very place where Mackay translated the book of Matthew in Luganda. Father Simeon Laudel died on the 12th of May 1890 and was buried here at Kasubi Naulagala, where the first Catholic church was built in Uganda. It is here where the first 5 White Fathers were buried. Kasubi Tombs is an important site in this trail, for here lies the first 4 kings of Buganda, including Mwanga, who ordered the death of the martyrs. Namugongo is where the rest of the martyrs were burned to death on the 3rd of June 1886. Adolf Ludogo Mukasa from Bunyoro also died here. The story of the Uganda martyrs does not end in Buganda. There are martyrs that held elsewhere in Uganda. Daudi Okedo and Gildo Ira were 2 young catechists from northern Uganda. They belonged to the Choli tribe, a subdivision of the large Luo group. The duo lived and were martyred a few years after the foundation of the mission of Kitgum by the Komboni missionaries in 1915. The trail also extended to the site where Bishop Hannington of the Anglican Church was murdered on the orders of King Mutesa I as he was coming to Buganda from Busoga, which Mutesa called his back door. The death of these young Christians did not go in vain. Today their names are adored by Christians across the world. The pinnacle of the celebrations is usually the 3rd of June every year, when the Uganda Martyrs are celebrated. Millions of people gather at Namugongo Shrine to pray and commemorate the courageous actions of the martyrs.